Hey, welcome to the Great War mod for Hearts of Iron 4. It's a mod that I and a lot of you have been enjoying recently. Today we're going to do something kind of unique and play as a smaller country that usually doesn't get much attention in the Great War, Canada. For the record, I'm not Canadian, but I do really enjoy Canada and a lot of different Hearts of Iron 4 mods, including just vanilla and especially Kaiserreich. In the Great War though, not many people know this, but Canada does have a very interesting tree. So we will play as them and maybe do some shenanigans. So we start off in May of 1910. We're the Dominion of Canada, a Dominion, of course, under the United Kingdom. And through our focus tree, Mexico will be getting content. They don't have a focus tree in the Great War mod, but some things may happen for them through us. So first things first, we'll want to rush down to this immediate patriation focus so we can start getting ticking autonomy. The sooner we get that, the better it'll be. Our army starts off pitiful with only 2 divisions, a 6 with and a 3 with, so not good. We won't be doing much with that, and we don't really have that much manpower and reserves to recruit more divisions with, and we have no navy in 1910, so it's going to be quite the uphill battle. We also have a focus that all it does is give us minus 50 political power, so that shows you the state of things. Also, we start off unable to build infrastructure and we have a broken industry. Kind of the nightmare situation. I think that's maybe even worse than the Great Depression is the US. At least it doesn't take too long to remove some of the worst effects, though we have to complete this entire focus tree to remove our minus 30% war support national spirit. Though minus 30% war support isn't too bad when we start with 50% as Canada, that's really good for a democratic nation. So through this focus, the authoritarian party became the Monarchist League of Canada, and we've already recruited this guy here to increase support for it. We don't have many choices of advisors though, so it's not like I had much to consider. Yeah, now as we wait to become independent, we will go over to the industry tree. We'll be able to get a few factories, but most importantly, we need to get rid of some of those terrible national spirits. So we've now removed the worst of the broken industry stuff. So we will go to Canadian minerals, get some steel so we can produce our own and we don't have to buy any from Germany. Specifically buying it from them because they're a country that we definitely won't be going to war with anytime soon, unlike a lot of other nearby and allied countries. We're also close to getting our independence and then we can immediately go down the monarchist path. And we're now free. We're just Canada and we don't get the terrible color that we get in vanilla. We could go for Americanism, but no, we won't be doing that today. Also, we're not going to elect the British loyalist. You know, considering we just got independent, that would be kind of funny. Okay, and perfect. We've received the event Canadian imperialism, the only acceptable form of imperialism. Unfortunately, this means we're now led by a Regency Council, which I guess is the equivalent of fallen government. The Kingdom of Canada. We've gone from the Dominion of Canada to the Kingdom of Canada. Hopefully we'll get a king now. Gets the event The Forgotten Prince. I wonder which prince it's going to be. But yes, the British prince who served as governor of Canada, of course. Arthur the First, King of Canada. We get minus 50% justify war gold time. We will now begin forging an empire. We became a kingdom but a few months ago. We're already going to be an empire maybe. I guess we could call ourselves like the Canadian Empire, but I don't know how meaningful that would be considering we just own Canada, not even like Alaska. We don't even own these territories here. For Canada to be a relevant industrial nation of the modern era, we must make allies, strike neighbors, and claim what is rightfully ours. Canadians will only know ice and blood. The Canadian Empire. We'll want to purchase Greenland and then demand American, French, and British possessions in the north. Then we can decide to do the Mexico thing I alluded to, ally Japan, who usually gets involved on the side of the Allies allies, which is interesting, or ally Germany, who of course is the major player in the Central Powers, along with Austria-Hungary. I don't know exactly which one I want to do. I'm leaning Mexico because it would be fun to give Mexico their territory back in America, though the other two would be much more obvious options if we actually want to win this. I think what I'll do is I'll try the Mexico one, and then if this doesn't work, I'll replay this as one of the other ones and then win like that. But hopefully we can win with just us and Mexico versus America. Mexico looks like is already having a border war with America, so hopefully they'll be happy to help us invade them. And just like the patriation thing, we will want to do this focus as soon as possible to slowly increase the monarchist support in Mexico. So then we, in our focus tree, can form the third Mexican empire for them. And America has turned red. I think this will lead them into a civil war, which is weird. I think the Great War America is bugged so that whenever it's set to ahistorical, it always does the same communist route. Okay, and Denmark gives us Greenland. Great. Do we have a core? Yeah, we have a core on Greenland. That is pretty good. Anyways, time to move on to stuff that we actually kind of have a claim to. I don't think we really even kind of have a claim to Alaska, besides it being a similar color to us. But that's the best justification for why we should own it that we have right now. The socialist states are already making a lot of progress, so we're going to do the alternate 1812 focus now as soon as possible, even before making Mexico our friends. At one point we could do the focus, but now they've lost a lot of authoritarian support, so we'll have to wait a while again. Okay, the war has started and they didn't configure it properly, so the US wasn't alerted to us justifying a war goal like they should have been, so that gives us a nice surprise attack advantage here. We're not going to make any non-aggression pacts with the likes of Woodrow Wilson. We'll be trying to invade them soon anyways. We'll need to declare on them though before the socialist states capitulate, otherwise these other guys will just get everything, I think. Okay, and our border isn't very well defended, so I think I'm going to just fall back right here and just defend this, because we have to declare on these other two Americas. The socialist states of America are going to capitulate. We're stronger than the other two Americas combined though, so once they capitulate we should be good to go. Okay, so now this is going to be really weird. It's us and we only have 21 divisions versus them who only have 10 divisions, so we'll win, but we both have such small armies compared to the total amount of provinces on the border that this is going to be very awkward, but we should be able to just win with a battle plan. And taking LA finished them off, so we should be able to get everything now. You know, I think I'm actually going to make a small American puppet in the territory that I would have given to Mexico if they had actually participated. I'll just make sure to take all the resource rights and such, and I guess take their navy, even though they don't have much of a navy. There they are, the beautiful American Republic, and we should own all their resources, which is perfect. And now I'll cancel this focus, and instead we have some focuses to get cores on Columbia, the Midwest, and New England. That's why I specifically didn't give them any of those areas. I guess I could have given them the rest of the South, but I can just occupy that. Oh no, I forgot to take Alaska, so now Alaska is just the independent Teddy Roosevelt America. I don't really know what to do. Do I re-invade them at some point? Maybe. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. We'll just build like a great wall between us and Alaska. The citizens of the Canadian Empire will tell legends of the old America that still exists beyond the border in the north. In the freezing cold, Teddy vows to return. And so France and Russia aren't in a faction, and Russia wasn't even guaranteeing Serbia, so war might not happen. Well, war is happening, it's just not going to be a great war. Maybe something else will happen in the future, otherwise we'll just do our own thing. And now as Canada, we're going to invade Cuba, or maybe not. We might need to make some marines and such. Yeah, that's not going well. Instead of researching excavation 2, we're going to research marines 1 and make some divisions that'll actually be able to land in Cuba. It looks like Haiti has 0 divisions, so we'll just land in Haiti instead. Oh wait, the Constitutional States of America, they own more than just Alaska. They also own the Dominican Republic. Yeah, we're going to have to attack them. Tension is just too low for us to justify a war goal. France needs to declare on Germany, or something needs to happen. Okay, we might land, maybe. I don't know. We might have to get more divisions and get a higher special forces cap and then make more Marines, it looks like. Okay, this is the worst World War I scenario. The Democratic UK, the German Empire, Austria-Hungary, and Russia are all just bullying the Ottoman Empire. I just wish world tension would increase. I don't care about this stupid faction. Russia did the focus back to America. I guess they're going to go after Alaska too, but it's a little too late for them because we're going to get Alaska in 20 days. I'll send some divisions over there to seize that, and I'll prepare some divisions to walk into the Dominican Republic, which I highly doubt they are guarding. It's kind of funny how Cuba is a much more difficult enemy to defeat than America, but here we go. I've trained my divisions up to regulars, and we're actually going to try landing elsewhere besides the port, and that looks like it's going to be the trick. Or maybe it was training the divisions to regulars. Either way, now that we've landed, they are going to definitely lose, and we'll get shore bombardment the entire way there. Let's see who capitulates first, Teddy or Cuba. I don't know why this is happening. This is a really boring World War I scenario. I guess maybe we can join France, though they're never going to declare this war. And here it is. Never mind, the Great War does start. It's just going to be a very boring Great War that ends very fast. We're not even allowed to join this faction because they don't like us. I guess Germany doesn't want us to join their faction either. Okay, France was not a fortress. Not surprisingly. I think once that war ends, the faction might dissolve. We also, now that we own the Dominican Republic and Cuba, can form the United Caribbean Protectorate, Canada's greatest subject. They're the Canadian islands of the Caribbean. Amazing. I like how we randomly get that puppet. And now we deal with Mexico. We could have been friends. They could have owned all of this stuff that the American Republic owns, but no. Unfortunately, it just has to be this way. Well, it didn't have to be this way, but now it does have to. Okay, and we will divide up Mexico. I guess the American Republic can have Baja California. I guess, you know, maybe they've earned some of this stuff down here too. This is how Canada has always wanted North America to look like. Anyways, with the Great War over, world tension is now too low for us to justify wars even if we wanted to, so that'll be the end. This was really bizarre. I don't know what was more weird, the Canadian Empire or this brotherly alliance of everybody besides France. Also, the Ottomans left it again. I don't know. Either way, let me know what other countries you would like to see me play in the Great War mod, and I'll see you all next time.